Okay guys, I just want to say thank you very much for the support from the first episode of Justice League Unlimited to this very last episode. This is the series final, and I have a lot of expectations and I know it won't disappoint, but I just want to say thank you for the support from the beginning up to now, and I hope you do support me in other shows and TV shows and movies. Right now I'm reacting to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is I'm in the first season, so if you really want to see my reaction on those ones, make sure that you do check those ones out. And I wish I was doing this in my old fake background but this we have to do for now. This background we have to do for now. And yeah, and I also have a question. Who do you think wins between Darkseid and Thanos? Personally, I think Darkseid, but I just want to see in the comments, who do you think wins? Yeah, with that being said, let's watch the series final of the Justice Unlimited show. And yeah, let's watch the episode.
I'm sending telemetry.
Boom tubes. He's right. Can you hear it? Like thunder.
Darkseid is arrived. We're in Paris now. China. Wherever this is. Or this mostly.
Attention all Justice League personnel. This is an Omega level threat.
Get to the javelins!
No time! All members, prepare for emergency teleport. Send us first. Give the others a chance to get their pants on.
You got it.
We're not here to help you save the world. You're here to help me get revenge on Darkseid.
No. We are saving the world.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
You get all that?
Yeah. You guys sure about this?
Trust but verify. Put the bad guys on teams with regular leaguers.
Search through the telemetry on the attack groups. Find the best protected mothership. That's where Darkseid will be. And that's where I want to go.
I imagine so. It's in Metropolis, hovering over the...
Obviously, it's Metropolis, because Superman, Darkseid obviously wants Superman. At least Superman is joining the fight. Even I was about to say, what did that do? Seems like they have the upper end, but obviously Darkseid is the main reason that they're gonna have a struggle.
Back off.
So I mean, it's like, get off me! I want a Darkseid.
Small fry until we attract the big fish's attention.
With everything going on, I'll bet he never notices us.
Yeah, he does. He does notice.
You're on. I'll take some of that action.
Yeah, he notices. The demons were like, okay, the big boss is here. I'm gonna stop fighting.
The skies will rain fire. The oceans will boil, the streets will run red with the blood of billions. Only then, after your last pitiful hope is extinguished, will I manage to hold your own.
Funny, that's not how I remember it.
Allow me to refresh your memory.
And right now, Darkseid does not have the anti-life equation. That is already powerful. Oh yeah.
Doesn't look like it quite made escape velocity.
Nope. Good effort, though.
Parademons. Dispose of these annoyances.
I've been called annoyances. This dude is not helping, he's just watching. Seriously.
Get away from here! It's not safe!
Don't worry. I'm here to help.
I appreciate your intent.
Who is this man? Seriously. Oh, you can fly too. Oh. I have no idea who this guy is, but I like him already. Turning into a dragon. Martian Manhunter, yes. To be honest, I kind of forget him, but I was gonna ask about that.
Wouldn't miss it. First things first.
Flee.
Oh. He throws the Omega beams. Amazing.
No one has ever avoided my Omega Beam. I wonder if the other one is as agile.
He knew he was doomed.
Excellent strategy.
Luthor!
You're merely a man. And I am a god.
You know Darkseid is gonna lose, but damn.
Object lesson.
Very well. I will take you where you want to go.
Please don't make Lex Luthor the hero. He should never be the hero because he caused this.
You still try to fight. Can't you see that it's hopeless?
Just distracting you.
That man won't quit as long as he can still draw a breath. None of my teammates will. Me? I've got a different problem.
I've been holding back.
Always taking constant care not to break something, to break someone. Never allowing myself to lose control, even for a moment, or someone could die.
But on you, I can do that.
But you can take it, can't you?
Oh yeah, you can.
There is a rare opportunity for me to cut loose and show you just how powerful I really am.
Ooh.
Had enough.
Oh no.
Quite. Yet.
Okay, what trickery is he using?
It's called the agony matrix. Direct neural stimulation of pain centers. All of them. Imagine the worst pain you've ever felt in your life. See, I will end your pain. With something special I've been saving for just this.
Oh, Kryptonite.
Carve out your heart and put it on a pike in my throne room.
As much as I'd enjoy seeing that side, quite the contrary. I've got something you want. The only thing you want.
Anti-life equation.
The anti-life equation.
My gift to you. Yes, it is.
What's happening here?
That's the worst mankind has to offer.
But he died, saving us all.
I doubt that either of them died.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Last time, too.
What's the old saying? Believe half of what you see.
And none of what you hear. They'll be back.
And we'll be ready for them.
Head start.
5 minutes? Are you kidding?
4 minutes, 50 seconds.
They're big to. Okay, I don't know why, but okay.
Be back in time for dinner. I love you too.
These are the end times. A head start. You're getting soft in your old age.
Don't you?
Then the last will be the Trinity. That is the final series, final episode of the series. I mean, kind of repeating myself here, but I do give some thoughts, some good, some bad, something to talk about. Now, this entire show, to be honest, is amazing. It's amazing. It's really, really amazing. It has its pros and cons, but overall, it will be ranked as an amazing show instead of a flawed show. But I will just talk about this episode before I talk about the show. Then yeah. So this episode, it's much of it what I was expecting. It's exactly that, with a little bit minor things that are not there. But majority of the things I was expecting were very much there. Especially the fight with Superman, because he said he's gonna take revenge on Superman and everything that happened. And obviously, there isn't really much to say, like in terms of story-wise. When they kind of build up character, like, oh, we're gonna do this and do this. We're preparing for Darkseid because Lex Luthor told us that Darkseid is coming. So if he comes, and there wasn't anything like that. It's just like when the heroes arrived, I mean the villains arrived and told the heroes Darkseid also arrived, and then there was just fight from the beginning to end. And personally, I think they should have made this episode 30 minutes or 40 minutes, honestly, to have that feeling of a real final, to have enough time to actually be able to put enough action and enough story. I'm not angry about the fight beginning too early. I'm not angry about that. I think that really helped us to see the parademons and the other heroes. Each hero got a time to shine fighting the parademons or whatever, the battleships, or destroying those ships that were gonna change everything into apocalypse. So I really love that. I love that. But we know that this episode was mostly about Darkseid and Superman, because obviously when it comes to heroes, Superman is always the one guy on top. Even though this is titled Justice League, it's all about them. But mostly when it comes to the final in the big bad, like Darkseid, Superman is usually the one who usually fights these people. Now, out of everything that I have seen in this episode, there's one member of the Justice League that did not show up, that I'm wondering why, and that is Aquaman. I did not see Aquaman in this episode. Where was he when this was happening? And then I don't know if they ever, because this is a old show, I don't know if they ever addressed why he did not show up in the final. This is the serious final. We know that Aquaman exists in the universe. We have seen him multiple times. Obviously, he's not part of the Justice League. He's the king of the Atlantic Ocean. But what was happening here was omega level of threat, where even if you're not in the Justice League, you're obligated to somewhat help, because if you don't help, the entire world might just cease to exist, including the Atlantis. So I think that he should have at least showed up and help in whatever way, whether it was fighting the parademons like the rest of the league was doing, or whether what was facing a Darkseid, whatever the reason would be. I would have loved to see him just show up and helping out. So that is one of the flaws. Then secondly, as much as I loved the fight between Darkseid and Superman. I would have loved to see the original League, Justice League member fighting, all of them fighting Darkseid and having a tough time. Then at the end of the fight, Superman does do what he did in this episode of fighting, and really not actually holding back and just seeing how powerful he is. I would have loved to see that, all of the member like Flash, Aquaman, yes, Aquaman should be there, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Hawkgirl, and Batman, Superman, Martian Manhunter. Would have loved to see them actually be the people facing Darkseid, and Darkseid is sort of destroying them, all of them, and until Superman just stop the holding back and fight them, all of them. That is something that I really wanted it to see, but this episode decided to go the other way, just to make sure that it's just Superman, Batman, and somewhat Lex Luthor fighting Darkseid. Now Lex Luthor's reason for fighting Darkseid is made clear in this episode, that obviously he's fighting Darkseid because he's angry about Brainiac, and he kind of mentioned that you are helping me get revenge on Darkseid, even though these heroes are actually doing it to save the entire planet. In his mind, it's like they're helping me to get revenge on this guy, even though we are villains, So that's the reason why he's there, and I understand why they kind of be building this Brainiac thing from the first episode, so for it to just get like retconned and never mentioned it before. After this, the instead of last episode, it won't really make much of the sense, So I'm glad that kind of made it sure that he gets to somewhat get revenge. Now, obviously, none of them are dead. Lex Luthor and Darkseid, none of them are dead, and obviously it's not solved. Nothing was solved. We just know that the enemies withdrew, and obviously on Apocalypse they say, "Oh, you lost again," but this time they don't say dead body or anything, which was kind of the same the last one. So he might be able to show up, or whatever. If this was going for season 6, I would say, what, the next season will focus on Apocalypse or the Omega, the unlife equation and all of that. But this was series finale, so obviously there isn't anything like that, and I'm kind of a little bit disappointed when it comes to that, because I think it will be really amazing to see that happening. Now, it's just for the entire series in general, it's an amazing series, and we have my best season, and the other that I found a little bit flawed, but I still loved it. I'm gonna make a ranking video for the entire series for each season, from season 1 up to season 5, just ranking them, which is the best and which is the worst. So I'm not really gonna talk about that in this video. This is just overall just giving my opinion in the entire series and the final series episode, and what I really think about the entire series. Yeah, I'm repeating myself again. So yeah, just personally, it's a great series. I mentioned this before too, and I really don't see why people would hate this, to be honest. Sure, it's not exactly, there are some parts that could have been much better. There are some things that personally I would have at least loved to see happening, and also the fact that one of the original from the comics or whatever comics, or the original members of the Justice League, like not John Stewart but Al Jordan and Barry Allen's Flash, were never mentioned in this series. It's just that it really just didn't really work for me. And as for Flash, Wild West, we should have an episode where he actually had to face some super speed star, whatever. Even if they just create a fake speed star we have never seen in the comics, that would have been much better. Just to see that once. That is something that I think the series just kind of forgot, or just didn't. I don't know why they didn't do that. I don't know if it was because of the rights or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they couldn't do Reverse Flash or Zoom or Savage or whatever villains that are so famous, which are the catalog of Barry Allen's Flash. Maybe they couldn't do that. I don't know why, but maybe they couldn't do that. They should have just created everything that is specifically meant for Wally West in this situation. That just, I was a little bit bummed that we got to watch it from the first episode of season 1 up to the last episode of the season 5. We never seen something like that. It's a little bit sad. Even though I do love that they kind of gave him an episode that to just show how powerful he is. It shows the last season of season 4. That was amazing. I really do appreciate that. But a fight between a speedster and another speedster is something that I really wanted to see happening in at least one episode or two. So I'm a little bit bummed about that. I think that's one of the cons. And if you know the reason why they didn't do this, I would really love for you to comment down below why they didn't do this, because personally I don't see any good reason why they didn't do this. Yeah, so it is. I really don't have much to say. I'm gonna do a ranking for this entire series, like I said before, and just to give you overall my thoughts on the entire series from episode season 1 up to season 5. I think that is gonna be a separate video, and yeah, just comment down below what did you think about this series from the beginning. If you were there from the first episode up to the last episode of this series, make sure that you do leave a like, subscribe, comment really down below what were your favorite seasons, and give your reasons, and if this final really lived up to the hype that the last episode kind of says. For me personally, it did not live up to that hype. It's close, it's like really close, but there's just some elements that were taken out that would have made it amazing. So yeah, it's a really amazing season final, but could have been much better. But I still do appreciate what we got. So yeah, make sure guys you do leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what do you think about the series right now. With that being said, make sure that you do stay safe. I'll see you in the next video, I guess. Goodbye.